What's up, guys? Bluntguts here, doing a Watch Your Realms video for you. I am doing a quick review of Gwendolyn. I know that many of you have probably already pulled, but if you are considering spending some of your Christmas presents on Gwendolyn, I uh, think that you shouldn't. If I'm being completely honest with you, she's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the shields. I'm not saying she's a bad champion, but I am saying that 250 shards for her is just not worth it, really. So we're going to go through her skills real quick and talk a little bit about them. Her basic attack grants HP-based shield to one ally. You're going to see a theme here. Shields everywhere. She doesn't actually do all that much healing, but I guess the shields are kind of her way to compensate for that. Icy Shell, her ultimate, grants a shield to one ally in range, which can absorb damage equal to 60% of Gwendolyn's max HP. Each of the surrounding allies gains a shield with half of the strength, lasting for 10 seconds. So that's 60% shield for one person, another 30% shield for all the surrounding units. It's not bad, but it does leave a bit to be desired. If the shields are removed, then she does do some minor healing, but it's really not a ton. Like I don't think this is somebody that you can bring in and just have be a solo healer. Shield of Hope or passive. When the shields are for allies are gone, the targets restore 5% of their max HP. So that's the heal component right there. It scales up to 10%, but still, unless those shields are getting removed really, really quickly, it is not going to do much healing, and it's just going to be kind of a delaying action for your hero's health pool. Finally, another passive, Frigid Flurry. When the shields for allies are gone, deals damage equal to 10% of Gwendolyn's max HP up to 2 enemies. 10% of her HP, so even if she's at 50k HP, that's what, 5k? I mean, that's nothing. It really doesn't do anything. I guess it does increase to 15%, but even still, that's 7,500. So it's not enough to really make it worthwhile. Her awakenings, A1, when Frigid Flurry is triggered, deals damage to one more target. Again, we just talked about that. It's really not doing much damage, so I don't think that adding another target is really going to do all that much. A2 is plus 1,200 HP. That's fine. This is the big one. This is the awakening that you really want. The problem being that she is a limited champion, so it's going to be really hard to get 4 copies of her to rank her up, and I don't think she's a justifiable target for any Lego Soulstones that you happen to pull, so I would avoid that as well. But this A3, now all the allies around the main target get that big shield, that big 60% shield, which is nice. No question about it, no question at all. Fine, another 1,200 HP, that's fine for A4. And then when Icy Shell is triggered, permanently increases max HP by 8%, stacking up to 3 times. She does scale on HP, so an extra 24% HP at max stacks is not bad, but it's probably hard to get that, so I'm not sure that it's really the greatest thing in the world. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about, well, if you have Elder, if you have good Northern or DPS, that they need those shields to boost their damage, that she's a viable option for that. Most people are talking about Guild Boss damage when that's concerned, and you have to remember that the Guild Boss, especially on Nightmare 4, is constantly putting out damage against your champion, so it's going to be knocking off these shields that she puts out and negating the effect. So while in an ideal scenario it might work, it's going to be hard to really maintain that. I'd also note that Gwendolyn was on the Forerunner server a year ago, and she has been out and being used by players for a year, and you don't see a lot of folks talking about these amazing Northern or Guild Boss teams coming out. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some good teams out there, but if you are trying to build the best team possible, I do not think this is a route to go. If she was a regular champion, I would not be upset about pulling her at all. But for 250 summons, when you've got this crazy banner going on right now, where you've got Cetrum, you've got Cetrum. They're gonna make me watch her again. Every time we click on that portal, they make us watch her. But you've got Cetrum, Boreas, who's a much better champion, and Aurum, who, I mean, Aurum's not going to do all that much, but he's I wouldn't say he's better than Gwendolyn, but he's kind of in a similar spot where I just don't think the use case is really all that broad. So, food for thought. I'm sure that some of you are going to wake up and you're going to think, well, I've got one more day to summon her. I just got some juicy Christmas Google Play credit or something like that, and you might want to spend it on her. But I would advise you against doing it. But if you do pull her, let me know in the comments what you think. Merry Christmas, all! It is now officially Christmas Day on the East Coast, so wishing you all happy holidays and good luck in game. Like and subscribe.